right, it's the 27th day in the month of May 2021, and it's good to have you on the program Voyage. It's the 27th day in the month of May. Today is Children's Day. Well, happy Children's Day to you, as long as you came from a woman and, of course, a man. Happy Children's Day to you. Yes, today actually brings back memory for me. On this day, you actually go out either on excursions or you go on a march past, with your uniforms well pressed and of course your stockings neatly washed. I don't know about you. Well, welcome once again to the program Voyage on Click Niger Internet Radio. My name is Jennifer on the program, and on this program we talk about holiday trips, tourist attractions, safety tips, and everything that concerns tourism and hospitality. On this program, we also share tips that could help improve your travel decisions and, of course, experiences. On the question for today, we want to find out if you travel light or you travel heavy. So, do you travel light or you overpack? You want to take everything with you. All right. How long does it even take you to pack up your stuff for a trip? To me, that's the hardest part of preparing for a trip, having to pack, like getting to your wardrobes, taking out the items that you need, your trousers, your tops, and all of that. It can be so hectic at times. So at some point I just got tired and I just decided to pack like a night before. Well, I'm not advising you to do that. We want to know, do you travel light or you travel heavy or you overpack? Now, the psychology behind packing for a trip is actually quite simple and of course realistic, because it's something you can relate to. So if you find yourself at an airport or a motor park, you likely notice two types of travelers. So one person is struggling with an overpacked bag, like trying to handle, is this one here, have you packed this, and the other traveler might just have like a hand luggage, a light travel bag. You definitely know if this one is a heavy traveler, like someone that loves to pack a lot of things to, in his or her bag, or if this one is a light, traveler. Of course, both of them might be heading to like totally different locations for different length of times under totally different circumstances. Of course, you can't know that for sure, but it's clear that a person's packing style, whether the person packs light or heavy, differs now in personality. That's what psychologists have said. So it turns out that how much we pack has more to do with our personal travel experiences, including our destination, the luggage type, and even the social standards. So packing, whether it's for a weekend or a 2-week vacation, is highly, a personal act and can create a fair amount of pressure. Yes, so we're expected to be effective and efficient travelers who can determine the most important item we need for an entire length of time we are away from home. I personally find it, quite comfortable bringing more things that I need. Like personally, I love to pack a lot of things because I don't like being unprepared generally in life. So I don't want to be caught unawares with circumstances where I have to start looking for stuff in the supermarket or somewhere. I just like to get prepared. It's better I overpack and I don't use the item than for me not to even pack what I might actually need when I get to my destination. That's for me. So do let us know, do you travel light or you overpack? Now, some people are of the opinion that women, they tend to pack more than men because women, they wear more elaborate outfits. So I think how a traveler chooses to pack depends on their past experience. So a person's behavior is influenced consciously or subconsciously by what they've encountered before, and I actually find that to be true. I'm going to tell you a little story, and it's something that happened so many years ago, like 2006, 2005, thereabout. So I was because I was in a group, we embarked on a journey to Adamawa State. I've never been to Adamawa State. Then internet as wasn't really in vogue, so it wasn't really accessible as it is right now, so you couldn't get much information about the place. So at that time, different things were running through my mind. I know I can be easily irritated. I know my body is quite sensitive, and I was quite confused. Okay, I've never been to any northern state apart from Abuja, where I grew up in. So I had to, think of a way where I could survive. I think it was like a 3 day trip thereabouts, 3 days to 4 days. Yeah, we spent in Adamawa State. So the bottom line is I had to pack a miscellaneous item, which was food, which wasn't even necessary because none of my group members actually had food in their bags. So I had Capri Sun and I think half carton of biscuits, and guess what, it actually came in handy because the food there was so bizarre. Like, I couldn't even drink their water, sachet water. I couldn't even drink it. It was as bad as that. And of course, I wouldn't starve while on a trip. So my Capri Sun and half packet of biscuits that I packed in my bag really helps me. I think some chocolates and some candies like that saw me through that trip. So imagine a scenario where I just packed my clothes and just depended on some of the restaurants that were there. So I couldn't even cook with the food, I couldn't even drink the water. That was what happened to me. So I was actually grateful, for the fact that I packed I packed an extra food stuff now. Though it wasn't food, it was like snacks, but it came in handy. What am I trying to say? So sometimes when we decide to overpack, I think it depends on our, previous experiences and of course situations we've encountered, during a trip while we traveled. Now, this brings me to the long time old tradition of Nigerians relocating abroad who pack everything, including packaged food items. I don't know if that happens to you. Now, even if it's just here in Nigeria, like you're visiting another state, probably you're going back home during a festive period or whatever, coming back to either Lagos, Abuja, or the place you originally stay or work, you find out that your mom would want to give you everything. Have you packed plantain? That oil I bought for you, what of Gary? Carry is cheaper here, and all of those things. Especially men, they do not like that. I don't know about you, but for women, they want to pack everything because they know that it's cheaper right there in the village. So for Nigerians now who are relocating abroad, they know that adapting to the food in the foreign country might be quite difficult for them. So what they do is that they package egusi, pepper, everything to make sure that they don't they don't starve. But you fail to realize that sometimes you might actually get acquainted with the kind of food in that foreign country. I'll have our first comment on the program. Chuka Patricia, always a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for joining us. And she's saying, I definitely always overpack. Even when I tell myself I'll travel light or more, it's hard, sha. I still pack things that I might never get to use. You're just like me, sister. Like, seriously, I don't want to even start running from pillar to post when I get to my destination because I'm looking for a particular thing. I rather pack that item and not use it than for me to get there and be stranded. Okay, once again, the program is Voyage on Click Niger Internet Radio, and the question is right there on your screen. Do you travel light or you overpack? That is what we want to find out on the program. Now, while still expecting more comments from you, I'm just going to say something about, Nigerians now who relocate and take a lot of food stuff. Though they don't take yam, I think most spices like egusi, you can package egusi in a Ziploc nylon, ogbono, pepper and the rest. I just see that Nigerians, they have trust issues. Now, guess what? Let me just bust your mind, all right? Places, Caribbean countries now, Caribbean cuisines rather, are quite similar to that of Nigerians. So if you go to a place like Cuba, you might actually find their food, really tasty and delicious. They also take spice like us. So if you find yourself in countries that are located in the islands, just know that their cuisines are actually quite similar to ours. So there might be no need for you to take extra food items. All right. So just let yourself know that if you're going to stay for a long period of time, you might actually start at that moment to start getting yourself accustomed to their kind of cuisine. Though it's not advisable to do that at the initial stage because you have jet lag problems, you have weather issues that might just, for someone like me, I can visit a place I've never visited before, and just staying there for 3 days can make me ill. Not like I had malaria before going, or there is like a virus in the atmosphere. My body adjusting to that climate might just make me fall ill or make me uncomfortable for a certain period of time. And I have another comment on the program. Emmanuel Eventus, thank you so much for joining us. Good evening wherever you are. And he's saying, I hate discomfort while traveling, so I prefer to travel light. You see? Yeah, so that's actually quite understandable. It's annoying when you're in the airport and you have to look for one luggage. You have to calculate, okay, this bag, how many bags did I pack? And how many am I living with, and all of those things. So for some people, they don't have the strength to go through all of those stress. So according to Emmanuel, he doesn't want anything that will make him uncomfortable, so he prefers to travel light. So what about you? Do you travel light or you overpack? That is what we want to find out on the program today. And I've been saying a lot about Nigerians who are relocating abroad, who go as far as packing packaged food items. It's ridiculous until you get to that point in time and you start regretting why you did not pack something. So right, I don't know if that happens to you. It happens to me sometimes when I travel to the village and my grandma says, okay, take five painter or three painters of Gary. I'm like, no, one is okay. When I get to Abuja, maybe the price of Gary has increased. I start regretting. Oh, if I had known, I would have just managed to carry that Gary now. All right, so I don't know about you. Do you travel light or you overpack? With all that being said, I think traveling light is more effective. I must tell you, and more convenient for any traveler. I mean, you just want to be comfortable. I don't know if you travel, within Nigeria, especially within Nigeria with like a vehicle, a through road transport now, and you see a lot of people packing all sorts of things, and they have to, of course, pack all those items at the boot, and it gets uncomfortable. It makes the car heavy, and maybe there is an item just close to your leg, you can't stretch your leg. I mean, I'm sure if that person packed light, there will be no discomfort in that vehicle. So this is one advantage now of traveling light. So according to research and of course tips to help you travel light, very very good reasons and tips to help you travel light. One, make a checklist. So if you don't have a checklist, you might just pack miscellaneous items that you might not necessarily need. A checklist is the best place to start. It will help you remember what to bring. Start writing stuff down in your checklist a few days before packing. I'm guilty of that. I don't do that. I might do that, but I don't know. I just don't like traveling packing ahead of time. I just have that very awkward attitude, which is not good. All right, so please, for me to you, make sure you have a checklist before you start to pack. All right, and that way you can remember every little thing that you need to put in your travel bag. Secondly, pack anti-stink clothes. So what am I trying to say? So it's important for you to pack clothes that don't absorb moisture easily, so that you don't have to be visiting the laundryman often and be disturbing the hotel workers for room service because you need to dry clean your clothes and all of that. Because packing anti-stinking clothes could help your linens or your clothes remain fresh and dry always. Plan an outfit for every day. Yes, so with this, you're able to pack just the clothes that you need. Pack items that go together. So try to stick to neutral colors. That's colors that won't contrast each other. That's if you're not packing dresses. So you could take something that's a jean now could go with virtually any kind of top or shirt. All right, so that you can't mix and match tops um that contrast each other. That is what I'm trying to say. Of course, this could help to minimize your packing, and most importantly, you are not going for a fashion show, so it's important to just pack clothes that have neutral colors so that they can go together. Also, start small. So it depends on the amount of the size of your suitcase. So if you start off with a big bag because you want to travel, you're likely to fill it up with things that you don't need because you don't want the bag to feel empty. just because there is enough space. So you might regret it when it's time to carry the bag to the airport. You start looking for who to help you to carry the bag. But if you just have a mini suitcase with you that you could just roll, you could even keep it in the aircraft and not check it in. It's more convenient for you, so that when you are even leaving, when you land, it's easier for you to get to your destination. You don't have to start waiting for them to bring your items, which can take at least 30 minutes. It can be so annoying. So this is one advantage of traveling light. Roll them up, roll them up, roll them up, roll them up. So I learned this one a long time ago, and I'm going to give you this trick. So rolling your clothes is a great way to keep your clothes straightened and wrinkled free. It won't be rumpled. So you don't need to start searching for a laundryman in your hotel room, because you have to attend a meeting, and of course you can't wear a rumpled clothes now to that meeting. So when traveling, it's important not to fold your clothes. There is a difference between folding your clothes and rolling your clothes. So when you fold your clothes, it's like a rectangular form or a it's squared shape, so it might be rumpled. But once you roll them, you know they are likely not to get rumpled or wrinkled now. So traveling light is effective, and of course it's convenient. But like I said, depends on you, depends on the amount of time you're staying. And most importantly, when you get to your destination, you might actually shop for more items and even get more stuff. So why not pack light, so that when you're coming back, you can gather you're traveling back with a lot of stuff. So there's actually no right answer to whether a person should pack light or heavy, although the travel industry is encouraging travelers now to travel with less items. All right, so it depends on what you're going for, it depends on your personality. For me, I don't like being taken unawares, so I rather take items that I might not use but might just be there for eventualities, because I don't want to start hearing story or start saying any story. So I rather pack items that I might not use but might be handy. Like I told you of my experience to Adamawa State. When I go to Adamawa State, I couldn't drink their water, I couldn't eat any of their food. Maybe they were I didn't in the environment I stayed, I couldn't see any like very any good restaurants. I don't know, it was a very long time ago. But I had my snack. I had my Capri Sun, I had my packet of biscuits, and of course some Kit Kat chocolates that served me while I was there. I think I spent like 4 days, and it was so handy. It came in handy. I was just so happy that that initiative just came to me. I don't know where it came from, but something just told me, Jennifer, take some snacks. You might not just like the kind of food that they serve, so it's better for you to just travel prepared than for you to get there and start having food poisoning, or you don't want to travel and fall ill. Well, I've said a lot. It depends on you. Do you travel light or you overpack? Let your answers right there in the comment section. Yes, thank you so much for watching as always and listening to us. Yes, we on MixLR through our website at www.click9chat.net. In case you've missed out on any of our editions, catch us on YouTube. Catch up on all of our other videos on YouTube at Click Ninja, which comes your way every Thursday. Remember to hit the like button and to share this post. My name still remains Jennifer, but let's do this again some other time. Have a fabulous day. Bye bye.